hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a game from Soulkey and Bisu here on Eclipse. If you're not up to date on the ASL, go ahead and mute the video for like 10 seconds because I'm gonna spoil the last ASL. Yeah, man, Soulkey is a ASL champion, so I figured I'd cast a game of his that RJB sent to me a while ago, okay? So, top right here, we're going to have a Blue Zerg player. It is Soulkey under his neat money name. Poor Soulkey, man. He's gotten scammed a couple times and, like, lost a ton of cash, and he's streaming out there. He's living the streamer life. And apparently performing in ASLs as well, because he was in the most recent one. In the bottom left, it's going to be Bisu. Bisu legend, also competing and fighting hard in ASLs. So excited for these two dudes for a Patreon game. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month if you're watching this the week of October the 20th. Thank you so much for supporting me out there for as little as 60 cents American every month. I do appreciate you, and I love you all and feel the love in return. Whew. And if you're watching this in, I don't know, like November 2023 or something, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with StarCraft Brood War content like this that you've never seen before. All right? This is an ASL game. This is not something from an old tournament. These are games that were played as part of a streaming session or as part of like a practice match between two players. That's what it is. All right, let's talk about the game a little bit. Hatch first here. Nothing weird from Soulkey. Ooh, forging is Bisu. Very interesting to me. That tells me that he was worried about a pull first here from Soulkey. Or that he wants to cannon rush Soulkey. This isn't a fake out either, man. This is real, and it's spectacular. He's got a forge back home. Oh, a drone got in. Did he push it in? Fight for victory, drone. Oh, he pushed another one in. No, he didn't. No. Oh, he canceled the cannon because he thought another drone got in, but it got shoved out and he had to rebuild the cannon. What is happening right now? I thought for sure he just misread the situation, but he read it perfectly. He figured to be a hatch first out of Soulkey. He decided to cannon rush his butt. At this point, you have to decide, do you want to cancel this hatchery or not? You're running out of time here, man. Come on, Soulkey. Let's make a choice. Come on. Let's go. Decision time. He lets it finish. He lets it finish. Why? Quick, build a Sunken. Sunkens are amazing against cannons, but... Oh, no. This is not the way. Oh, gosh. What an opening to this game. So, yeah, Soulkey's like, never mind. I don't need that one. This one maybe, though. This one hit this cannon. Lings are like, must jump there. Losing Lings. But this cannon must not come up at any cost. And that cost is a bunch of Lings, man. All right. Oh, we can hit this pylon, which is moderately useful, I guess. I don't know. Can't hit the cannon though. Nope. Come on, buy time. Buying time. Jump on it. Drop the probe. Adding little bits of extra DPS here to help kill these Lings. I don't think that's enough. It is enough. It's barely enough. Soulkey, you monster. You knew you could save this with some beautiful Ling attacks. Now, Bisu's like, aw, all right, well, I guess I'll expand. I guess I'll throw up a cannon back home because I just forced Soulkey to make some Lings. And he's probably going to send those Lings out across the map and try to kill me. There actually aren't that many, though. That's very cool, honestly. Soulkey just made enough Lings to kill this, and that's it. He did not overmake Lings here. And Bisu a supply block because he lost 2 pylons on this side of the map. Okay. This is awesome. This is super awesome. All right, Cyber Core coming in. everything's kind of settling down here. First under gas, going to lair, not getting metabolic boost first. It's normal. And a third hatch coming up here too at about 5 minutes. Does that seem late? Yeah, it does, because he got cannon rushed. But he survived it. He's a survivor. He is strong. He is good. He is ready to rock. Stargate coming in back home from Bisu. Settling into familiar patterns here. I mean, cannon rushing is kind of familiar patterns too. It's not like Bisu is completely unfamiliar with how to cannon rush a Zerg, obviously. But my goodness. My goodness. That's an opening. Some of these games, it's like, oh, Zealot's out. Hey, what's up, Zealot? What's up, Robert? Robert the Zealot shirts are available at falconpaladin.store. Right? It's like a lot of the games are just, we're going to macro really hard for 15 minutes, and then, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if we want to attack each other. Bisu says, no. We are absolutely going to cannon rush you to start this game off against your greedy hatch first, Soulkey. I don't think it really got punished either, is the problem. So I think Soulkey's ahead. Gotta say he's ahead, man. Sure, he's making Corsairs. Sure, he's getting +1 attack on those Corsairs. Yes, that's powerful. Yes, that's a good thing to do. But I think Soulkey just has so much confidence. Keeping this hatchery was huge for him. He's able to drone more. He's able to get that third base up at a decent time. He's at 26 drones. He's waiting for his Spire to finish here. And Corsair's out. This is a little bit tricky from Soulkey. I just talked about how he's okay, but like his anti-air is nothing at the moment. He doesn't have a Hydra Den, nor is he building one. So this is a hide the Overlords from the Corsair play until that Spire finishes and Scourge happen. Oh, run, Overlord. No, you've been spotted. No. All right, fine. Willing to sacrifice one Overlord to get a faster third base up. That's fine. And he is going to die. There are Scourge on the way. But this Overlord is going to die because Scourge builds fast, but not that fast. And chow. Overlord down. Supply block on Soulkey. Back at ya. Soulkey says Bisu. Wow. Woof. I'm all sorts of amped for this game. RJB, thanks for the replay, dude. Check him out. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Link in the description. Hashtag RJB is available too on casts that are from RJB, which is honestly most of them. Most of them. So, Scourge are out. Corsair's heading back home. Of course we're still making Corsairs because we're getting +1 air weapons. You don't make 3 Corsairs when you're getting +1 air weapons. It's just not worth it at all. Ooh, static defense? Ooh, static defense. Not a spore, mind you. Yeah, Sunkens are normal. This has got to be a spore. This has to be a spore. Make it a spore. No, Sunken. Okay, fine. Fine. Scourge will have to handle this. I guess Sunkens, because the Zealots are maybe a bigger threat than the Corsairs are right now. So, 1 Sunken against, my golly, 5 Zealots, huh? Get in there, drones. Body block. Buy time for the Lings to show up. Get them. Get them. Get in there. All right, Sunken putting in serious work. And the Mutas arriving too to save the day. All right. Sunken does die, but Zealots aren't finding a lot to do. That's a 0-kill Zealot. Here come the Corsairs to engage in all of this madness. Where are the Scourge? There were some here. What did they die to? I don't know, but these Corsairs are not microing at all, and as a result... oh, there are more, though. Okay, here come the Scourge. And Bisu, very aware of when the Scourge show up. Gonna stop fighting the Mutas. Zealots? This is a lot of dead Lings, a dead Sunken, maybe another dead drone up here before these Mutas can gain control over this third base again. And, okay. Pretty solid attack here on this third base. We see those in ZVP all the time, right? Huge attack on the third base. Soulkey handled it. He's down 20 workers. He's lost a few here, but I don't think he lost like 20 workers at this base because there weren't 20 workers at this base. Ooh, Archon getting hits off on Scourge is really good too. Ooh, DT in production while we're at it. So not going for Storm super fast. Instead, using the Templar Archives for Archons and DTs. Kind of like it. Dude, this Archon is a major problem. Archon Zealot against Ling Muta. See, look at him just picking off Scourge. So when the Corsairs come back, it's much easier for them to operate. Yeah, this guy, he's got 5 kills. kill all these lings, too. By that, I mean, yep, 9 kills. And this Overlord's probably, oh my gosh, 10 kill Archon. Are you kidding me? Is this game getting an epic tag? It is, right? Finally, Sunken Ling combined can take down the Archon, but woof, did everything else struggle there immensely. Super, super immensely. Okay, well, there's no third base from Bisu. That's a saving grace from Soulkey here, but man, it's 102 to 61 supply in favor of Bisu. He's gotten some seriously good trades today. Look at this DT just hanging out in the middle of the map, whacking away. Oh, Scourge, no connections there. Better luck next time. There is a Sunken... Oh, but it's almost dead. Can this DT get up here and whack that Sunken and go to town on these drones? He's got a tiny window because there's a Lurker morphing in. There's a couple Lings to keep it away from the Sunken too. So he's going to sit on this ramp, maybe, and wait for drones to come by. Whack! Yay! Whack. Okay, Lings, a little bit too much. A little bit too much here. Scourge, Muta, trying to do what they do in this situation. Not really finding a lot, I don't think. Corsair Ball seems pretty intimidating still. I'm not sure any Corsairs have died in the last couple minutes. Bisu is Bisu. If anyone's going to keep control of their Corsairs at an elite level, Bisu is one of those people. Mini, obviously. Snow 100%. Stork. Rain, you know, any number of incredible Protoss players that exist out there in the world today. Is Rain still active? He might not be still active, but everybody else is. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Once we've got the Sunken Lurker combo, Zealot time is over. Zealots really have the worst possible experience with that particular combination, which is why Zerg players, you're struggling against Protoss, you say? Well, Sunken Lurker combo, pretty good for a long time. Unless your opponent's going just like Mass Dragoon for some reason, which is weird, but it's a possibility. It's something we could see in the lower levels of ladder, because sometimes we see unorthodox strategies, right? Professional ZVP, it does not just open Dragoons, because Dragoons really stink against Lings, and guess what? Lings are the first thing that Zerg can make. But it would be interesting, right? To just show up with like 12 Dragoons at a, you know, this situation here, and just be like, haha, you're dead. But I guess then the problem is the enemy can just make a bunch of Zerglings fast. Connections are good! Oh! Remember when I was like, who can control their Corsairs perfectly? Bisu can. And then suddenly, all of his Corsairs are dead because he didn't micro against those... Didn't micro at all against those Scourge. Ay caramba! He's got a fourth base coming up, which is scouted by Soulkey. 127.89 supply here. Bisu is up in worker count and overall army and is tied in... Oh, wait. He has a base up? All right, Soulkey. You let yourself get a base down to Bisu. Are you trying to die today? In fairness, Bisu's been keeping him very, very busy. Crazy amounts of busy. So, fair enough, but the longer this thing goes on, the worse it is. Incredibly bad. Okay, full surround on these guys, but Protoss units are slippier. More slippier. That's a word. More slippy than they should be, considering they're big tanky boys. Shouldn't be able to avoid getting surrounded like that, but that's just the power of an elite Protoss player, man. Who I just talked up, and then he lost all of his Corsairs. Guess what? He's still making more Corsairs. He's fine. But, is Old Falcon coming back? Is Old Falcon going to keep complaining about how bad mutas are against a Protoss player, especially when they're getting upgraded Corsairs as part of their setup? Okay. Corsair did die there. Fine. He's keeping the Corsair count relatively low. All these mutas are injured, but injured mutas still do full damage to probes and everything else. No, Lings, no damage. No finding damage here. I am afraid not allowed. Not even close. Well, mutas denying all the mining at the third base is kind of nice. But they're bored with that, so they're going to fly on in, and they have upgrades. Tell me they have a Carapace upgrade. They do. Okay, so Soulkey has a Carapace upgrade. He's making another Mutalisk, or he was. Did he cancel that, or did it finish? Can't quite tell. Greater Spire coming in. He's gonna make some Devours. This game's getting an epic tag. I don't care how it goes from here. We are epic tagging the heck out of this game. Cannon Rush opening that Soulkey handles, honestly, kind of more easily than I thought he would. Bunch of Muta stuff here. We got DTs early on. We got Soulkey stubbornly sticking to a Mutalisk strategy, even though the Corsairs are really good. And he's successfully wiping out most of the Corsairs today. Ooh, look, we finally got Storm. Bisu's like, you know what really is great here is Storm. Is Adrenal done? Yeah, Adrenal Links with all sorts of not the greatest upgrades. Ready? 0-2 plus 2 Carapace is a lot better than what we see most days in the cast that I'm doing. It's 0-0 Adrenalings, which makes me sad. Okay, Reavers on the follow-up here from Bisu. We know how important Reavers are in the late game of this matchup. It's not required. We've seen Protoss players win without Reavers. Archons and just High Templar can get it done, but if you're playing against somebody as scary as Soulkey is, then maybe, a little Reaver action's not going to do any harm. Do no harm. Okay, this is not an adequate defense for this 4th base attempt by Soulkey. I think Bisu might have this thing. I am not going to caster curse this at 16 minutes. I have not watched this game in advance, but 188 to 125 supply. It's a 3-basing Zerg. Soulkey needs to go all in on defending this base, but guess who just showed up? DTs. Is there any detection here? Nope, because they're Sloverlords just out of detection range. Nope, hang on. Got him. Got him. Okay, Overlord's showing up. Oh my gosh. Bisu's taking the top left base too? Bisu. So strong, so scary. Adrenalings. Enough lings to take down these zealots. No. Enough lings to wipe out a base that's completely warping in. Yes. These lings looking for High Templar to kill. Get a full surround on an Archon. Kill that. Take down a High Templar as well. Nice. Zealots responding to the attack on the top left. Willing to sacrifice some of their bodies to kill all these lings and let these cannons come up. Very brave, very beautiful timing there. Okay, the good news for Soulkey is that he gets his 4th base up. The bad news is that a 5th base is warping in just now. For Bisu, and I don't know, the number of games that I've cast where it's a ZVP and the Protoss player is up a base on the Zerg at 17 minutes and the Zerg player wins anyway is pretty low. Just throwing that out there. Oh, look, it's Guardians. How would you make Guardians against someone who has +1 Corsairs? Actually, is it more than +1 Corsairs? Actually, are all the... No, the Corsairs are not dead. He's lost a bunch of Corsairs today. He's remade a bunch of them. And they got an Overlord. Good job, guys. Well done. Let us attack. That's right. Let you attack. Harmless, defenseless, flying cows. Zerg cows. Moo, says Terry. Okay, shuttle coming in. Scarab damage upgrade on the way. Gonna see a Reaver drop of some kind with that happening. Production tab helping us in every which way. 197 and 134 supply. So Bisu's at the point where he's going to start just developing a bank. Going to enjoy his income advantage here. He's going to wipe out this attempt at a 5th base of Soulkey's pretty easily. Army not really in a position to do anything about it. Yeah, and Bisu's like, I don't even need my whole army to cancel this hatch. These lings are not that threatening. Coming up this ramp is just death, so let's not do that, but good win there. And no Dark Storm. No Dark Storm, no Plague on these lings. And yeah, Adrenal's great. They killed the cannon. Good job, guys, but not really enough to make Bisu sweat at all there. Is that another Flare Carapace upgrade? It is. Also, where did those Guardians go? Here that... No, those are Overlords. I'm blind. Did the Guardians already die? Oh, I don't want to rewind. I don't want to rewind, but I may have to. Usually you build the Guardians up here and then you harass a base, but that's been mined out for a while. Did the Corsairs just find them and wipe them out? Is that what happened here? Okay, I'm going to do one quick sweep for where the Guardians could be. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. Okay, we're going to rewind this thing. Hit that like button, though, if you're enjoying the game so far. Bisu's looking good, but I don't know. Soulkey is somehow kind of coming back here. A little bit, anyway. Okay, so, did we rewind too far? Have the Guardians... Oh, okay, here they are. Here the Guardians are being made. Yeah, so that's gotta be what happens here. The Guardians, bees made... Oh, okay. That's what happened. I was like, I do not recall Guardians playing into this at all, but I know I saw them in the production tab. Ah, he was like, never mind. Not even worth it. There's like 2 probes over here. The Corsair's gonna show up and murder them. So let's save the gas, not lose them for nothing, and put them back with the rest of the Mutalisks. Fair enough, man. Good man, Soulkey. I appreciate that decision. I really do. Okay, so, back to where we were. Okay, so cancel this. These lings don't do... I mean, they don't do anything. They kill a cannon. Yes, yes, yes. Times 2 speed. Neato, that happens. But yeah, Bisu's up. He's up 50 supply. He's developing a bit of a bank here. He does not have a lot to upgrade left. I don't know if these Scourge are flying over anti-air, but great job, guys. I know you're hunting these Corsairs, but they're fast. They will run. They know you're coming because you flew over the Protoss player just a second ago. Smarty pants. Plague-oo! Storm taking out a couple of these Lurkers, trying to whittle down these defenses, but a Dark Swarm Lurker Hydroid army. Oh my gosh, when your army keeps getting plagued from unexpected areas. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. You know I love a good Ultralisk, but I'm not sure this is the game for it. I don't know. There's a lot of Plagued Zealots up. Perhaps the power of the Ultra could be leveraged to some excellent damage here. We'll see. We'll see if Soulkey can do it. So this base is a big one. If Bisu can take this, he wins. If Soulkey takes it, he can maybe win. And if nobody takes it, I also think Bisu wins. So we've been in this situation before, Zerg players, where I've talked about a base being insanely important, nice plague, and predicted the outcome based on the state of that single base. And I'm usually right about that. It's how the game goes economically. Even plaguing, even dark swarming, you're going to be less cost efficient than your Protoss opponent is Zerg. 'Tis the nature of your race. All of your stuff is fast. All of your stuff is therefore squishy. And making good trades with squishy stuff is hard. Good storm up that ramp. Nothing, well, maybe a Ling died there, but... High Templar snipes are good. Okay, a couple High Templar snipes. Everybody involved in that assassination is dead now, though. Yeah, so look, great. Soulkey has this down here, 5 o'clock base. Wonderful for him. It's a 5 base Zerg, but, I mean, we're looking at... This is going to be a 6 base for the Protoss. The numbers. The numbers. What do they mean? Is it Marcus? The numbers Marcus. What do they mean? Chitinous plating on the way. When the last time I saw it? Nice snipe. Holy storms, Batman! Wow! That was like the most storms simultaneously I've ever seen, maybe. That was a big chunk of storm. He threw down a storm on every one of these Templar and then turned them into Archons. Because the mutas are out. You know what? The mutas are getting value here. A bunch of them have died. I have no doubt of that. But if they're forcing High Templar to turn into Archons, bit easier to deal with that at this stage of the game than I think a ton of High Templar would be based on what we're seeing out of Soulkey, right? I mean, Archons are still good. I'm not saying, oh man, made Archons, we were terrible. Dark Swarm there, Plague there, Dark Swarm there maybe? Okay, just kind of got rolled up on. He had some plans to wipe that base out. But no sir. Nice Plague. God, the Plagues are insanely good today from Soulkey. If he can scratch and claw his way back into a horrible economic game for him right now, it might be with the power of Plague, but like I already said, even with the power of Plague, oh my gosh, he Guardian. He decided to actually Guardian. He's so desperate to kill this base that he made a bunch of Guardians, killed a cannon, and then lost most of the Guardians. Pretty classic Guardian maneuvers here. Ooh, pre-splitting. He's pre-splitting. It's nice. He's actually maybe going to kill a couple probes up here. That'd be very... Ooh, there we go. Probe down. Probe down. Soulkey being very circumspect with his Guardian usage. Yeah, at least it takes 2 storms to kill a Guardian. Can you imagine if it was 1 storm to kill a Guardian? How much worse they would be? They're pretty bad as is. But yeah, the desperation play, it just never works. I feel like I've cast a game in my entire casting career of like, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 Brood War games where... What? Plague on the Archons. Where Guardians are actually the defining winning factor in a game. They usually show up, get some stuff done, maybe pay for themselves. Like, I don't want to do the math if they paid for themselves or not, because I don't know. Killing a High Templar is pretty good, but okay, the Archons are dead. A cannon died, some damage is done to a gateway, and maybe 3 probes died. Alright. Not the best use of 150 gas per Guardian, plus the 100 gas of the Muta you already made. That's an expensive boy, Guardians are. Why are we sending unsupported Lings into cannons without any Dark Swarm? That's not good traits. This is a lot of Archons, too. This is a situation where we kind of just need Hydras, Soulkey. A lot of Hydras against this many Archons. I know there are some High Templar back here, but seriously, though. Okay, Archons, big, beefy boys. They're going to bust up this ramp on the other side. Oh my gosh, it's some Dark Swarmling stuff. And here, Lings trying to kill High Templar, but getting super distracted by cannons. Still getting up this ramp is a giant pain in the butt, even if you've got big beefy boys. Ooh, good snipe on some of these obs, but still 1 remaining. Alright, this left side base is dead. Did these High Templar all die? I think they did. I think Soulkey figured out what was going on, and the Forge gets saved by a storm. 11 HP left on that Forge. The Lings are like, are you, what? No. No. Actually, we're just going to straight up kill these Zealots. Fully upgraded Cracklings are no joke, and they get the Forge. And this Nexus is dying. Soulkey denying mining at the 3rd base as well with a little Lurker Dark Swarm drop over here too. You know what drops can do for Zergs. You know what drops can do in all 3 of the StarCraft, but especially Zergs, man. It really benefits them to go for drops. That Dark Swarm drop combo is way overpowered. As we see right here. You need Storm to wipe this out or to bring a bunch of Zealots over. But these Lings are doing a good job thinning out the Zealot count. Look at him just getting up into the main base. Dude, Soulkey. No. Nah, man. Soulkey is doing the greatest stuff. But economically, this base is still orange. So... And this base is getting, you know, remine. Oh, good connections. Great connections on those probes. Disgusting connections on those probes. It's still 199 to 160 supply. Bisu still up. Still up big time. Yeah, mined out. Not mined out, but has no minerals on this base. Zerg, oh my gosh, there's so many resources up here. Soulkey, put like 3 drones over here. Take some of these guys who are doing nothing for you. Put them in the main. Okay, Hydra count is better. Oh, just transferring a bunch of drones down south. Okay. Oh, man. Ugh. Hydras are the answer to Archons, but if there are enough High Templar back there, they're storming your Hydras into oblivion. And he really doesn't have the income to constantly swarm with Hydras and just not care about the storms, which we've seen. We've seen ZVPs where that's the case, right? Where it's just infinite numbers of Lings and Hydras and Lurkers and Defilers, and no matter how many storms there are for the Protoss, there's just always enough Zerg, and the Zerg wins. And we've seen the alternative too, where no matter how many storms are cast, there's always another storm, and a 3rd storm, and a 4th storm, and a 5th storm, and a 6th storm, and a 20th storm. Ah, the old trying to break a base covered by Archons, High Templar, and Reavers. What do we win today? A lot of dead Zerg. That is so hard to crack. Traditionally, a drop back here I think would be way more effective. This game is getting epic tagged. I cannot believe how non-stop this thing has been. It's Bisu and it's Soulkey. What else do you want from me, right? Actually, you know what? The English cast for the ASL finals is out. Tastosis has covered it. I'ma spoil it. Soulkey is your ASL champion. Man, 3 straight Terrans in a row, and we finally get a Zerg win. Protoss has been struggling the most in the history of ASL, and especially recently, but hey, at least it wasn't 4 Terran wins in a row. Soulkey, man, ASL champ. How cool is that? How cool is that? It elevates him. It elevates where he is, what he's capable of. We're gonna watch this game and say, ASL champion Soulkey can win this, but I don't know. Try to come up this ramp. Like I said, it's a lot to ask. An immense amount to ask. He's just constantly down 50 supply. This base is a huge thorn in Soulkey's side. Yeah, he killed this base, but it's back from the dead. Okay, just Archons up here, not doing well. Lings taking out another Archons are fallen. Reavers, though, joining the party thanks to the power of the shuttle. Imagine if shuttles didn't exist and Reavers just had to crawl everywhere. Plague, tossed down, reinforcing Lings, and Scourge are cruising down from the top right side of the map, but I don't know if they're getting enough value here, man. Okay, I always feel better about a Dark Swarm, but when I see the Scarabs heading into that Dark Swarm, it gets tough. Archons are just not interested in engaging all that much, but Scarabs will go in there all the time. Nice snipe on a Reaver, though. Okay, Archons maybe using the Dark Swarm a little bit to their advantage, but Soulkey pushing in with his Hydras, with his Lings, and then pulling back to his Dark Swarm. This base still exists. This base exists. Like, I appreciate the swarming we're seeing from Soulkey. I appreciate he's only down 40 supply now instead of 50. But the longer it's been, so much storm, so many dead lurker noises here. Yeah, man. Bisu, just a master at falling back, falling back. Is he out of storms, though? Oh, my gosh. No. Look, this base dying would not be the end of it. For the Bisu, I can tell you that much. Just can't get over that 50 supply down hump. Soulkey. Alright, man. Dark Swarm right on the Nexus. Evacuation of most of the probes, but not all of them. Attacking that Reaver would be pretty good. He's taking some shots. He's dealing the damage. And he dies, but he takes the Reaver out with him. Reinforcing DTs inside the Dark Swarm is not a bad idea. There's no detection here, and Soulkey now down 100 supply. That last engagement, that desperate chance, and that's it. Soulkey taps out, and Bisu is your winner. What a fantastic game between these players, man. I told you if Bisu took this base, he would win. Just pure economics. Soulkey, no matter how many plagues, how much Dark Swarm, how many Defilers and Lurkers and Lings and Hydras and Scourge he threw at Bisu, he was behind economically, so he could not trade inefficiently and win. Wow. What a fantastic game. The drop up here was sick. The drop down here was really good, but Bisu weathered that storm. He handled it. Everything was cool. Everything was fine. Oh, glorious. 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 But man, 3/3/3 Archons, Reavers with the attack upgrade, High Templar everywhere, DT's in the mix, why not? Some Dragoons in case there are some undark swarmed lurkers hanging about. And then yeah, unable to crack this, coming up a ramp into cannons, into Archons, into Reavers, into High Templar. There just are not enough tools in the Zerg arsenal to do that. Even if there were Ultras in that attack, it's not going to do very well. Oh, yeah. When Protoss is good, Protoss looks unstoppable. And when Zerg is good, Zerg looks unstoppable too. But this was it. This was our key. Bisu took it. Soulkey was like, crap. He tried to stop it, couldn't stop it. I was like, well, if I can kill this base, maybe I can roll into killing this base and I can eke a win out, but couldn't do it. Not enough. Not against Bisu. Fantastic. What a just, such a good display. So what? 290,000 points there from Bisu today. We got 260,000 points from Soulkey. Oh, by the way, Queen was watching. What's up, Queen? Didn't mention that. Producing 1,000 units in only 30 minutes of gameplay is insane. He outproduced Bisu 3-1, more than that, but got out killed 4-1, more than that. Ta-da! And why? Because this is why. Because Bisu outspent the Zerg player. It doesn't matter how much it is. If you outspend a Zerg player as Bisu, you beat them. That's it. You beat him. This started with a cannon rush, y'all, and then turned into an absolutely disgusting, sick, incredible ZVP. So fun. All right, that's it. All right, so that is gonna be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can catch me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.